Good morning, boys and girls. Happy Tuesday. In math today, we are going to continue to talk about how to tell time. Yesterday, we talked about how to tell time to the half hour and the hour. And in our Google Meet session, we talked about two different types of clocks. If you look here at my mouse, right now I'm showing you a digital clock. This is a digital clock because it just shows you the numbers. It is showing you the time 7 o'clock. And then over here, next to the digital clock, is an analog clock. This is an analog clock because it has a face and two hands. It has all the numbers of the day written on the face. The two hands tell you the hours and the minutes. Remember that the shorthand tells you the hours. So for this clock, the shorthand is pointing to the 7, so it's 7 o'clock, and the longhand tells you the minutes. When the longhand is pointing to the 12, that means it is o'clock. O'clock means it is a new hour. So right now my clock is 7 o'clock. In our Google Meet session yesterday, we also talked about how when the minute hand starts moving to different numbers, we count by fives to find the minutes. And we mainly talked about half hours yesterday and how that 6 meant 30 minutes. But today we're going to talk about what it means if it lands on any of these numbers and how we can determine what time that is. So remember that the shorthand is the hours, so it's going to point to the hour. Now, it's not always going to be directly touching the hour. Let's say it's in the middle of an hour. Okay, it's past the 11, but it's not quite touching the 12. So I know that my hour is 11. Now I need to find my minutes because my minutes go next. In order to do this, I'm going to start at the 1 and I'm going to count by fives because there are 60 minutes in an hour and it's going to take this minute hand 60 minutes to get all the way around the clock. So starting at the 1, I'm going to count by fives and I'm going to see where I land right here on the floor. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, so I know that this time is 11:20. Let's look at another time. My hour hand's going to move. Let's say it moves here in between the 8 and the 9, and it moves to the 11. Again, the shorthand tells me the hours. It's between the 8 and the 9, but it hasn't touched the 9 yet, so I know that the hour must be 8. Now I need to know the minutes. To find the minutes, I count by fives. 12 is a new hour, so I start at 1 and I count by fives. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. So the time on this clock must be 8:55. I was correct. Let's look at one more example. Okay, the hours are first. The shorthand tells me the hours. It's past the 2, but it's not touching the 3. So I know that the hour is 2, and now I need the minutes. The long hand is on the 1. I start at the ones, and I count by 5. So 5. But it would sound weird if I said 2, 5. Oh, excuse me. It would sound weird if I said 2, 5. I don't say that it's 2, 5. So if it's 5 minutes past the hour, we're going to say that it's 2:05. So remember, when you are telling time by the 5 minutes, you look at the hour hand first, which is the short hand, then the minute hands, which are the long hand, and you count by 5s starting at the ones. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. And when you get to 12, that's o'clock and it's a new hour. If you get stuck today, contact me with any questions that you have and I will help you as much as I can. Miss you. See you guys later.